Welcome back, Bingers, for a brand new video about that show where the longer a zombie lives, the stronger a zombie is, The Last of Us. Warning, beyond this point there are spoilers for people who are not up to date in HBO's The Last of Us television show as well as the video game series. In this video, we're going to give you our binge breakdown of the just released trailer for episode 3, which has been touted by a handful of critics as episode of the year. Can it live up to the hype? Bring on Ron Swanson. We're also going to give you a season 2 theory based on a blink and you missed the line in the pilot and talk about what other horrors are waiting around the corner for the best new buddy cop team-up show out there. Before we get into our theory, let's take a look at this trailer.
Binge.
The opening sequence fades in from the HBO logo and we see Nick Offerman's Bill watching some surveillance cameras like a bored security guard. It's tough to make out what is on the screens, but it looks like some sort of troop formation, which means this is probably Fedra. As the sequence ends, Bill tells us his take on the situation.
Not today, you New World Order jackboot.
The next set of shots shows Bill in a very Swanson-like moment and he's doing some welding before some type of alarm goes off that seems to really concern Bill. After that moment, the trailer cuts outside to what we're assuming is the perimeter of Bill's property as he rolls up on whoever set off his alarm. These shots here show us the first moments when Bill and Frank meet.
My name's Frank.
Here's the thing, Frank. If I feed you, then every bum you talk to about it is gonna show up here looking for a free lunch. And this is not an Arby's.
Well, Arby's didn't have free lunch, it was a restaurant.
Well, Frank's not wrong. While the two have their meet cute, we get a shot of Bill's garden which doesn't look too healthy. Must be the fungus. After that, we get a sad shot of Bill eating alone before the promo cuts back to the Doomsday Prepper explaining why he can't give Frank food. Following that moment, the trailer cuts to black and then fades back into our favorite immune survivor. Ellie snoops around the room she's in, which we're assuming is somewhere in Bill's house. She finds a pistol and some kind of note. We think Bill may have written some kind of goodbye to the world note before he met Frank. The next shot shows Joel giving Bill some advice. We believe this moment might actually be a flashback. It looks like Tess is talking to Frank in the background, but it's hard to say for sure. What do you think? Is this a flashback? How much of the episode will be flashback? Will we get any more origin scenes? As the trailer continues, Joel explains what the Raiders will do, and we see Joel's words come true as someone creeps through Bill's neighborhood, which seems to have as many booby traps as Ron's... Do we even need to say it? One of Bill's traps hits pay dirt as these two red shirt looking henchmen fuck around and find out. The next shot appears to be Bill shooting at someone while Frank rushes to his aid. How big is this group they are fighting? Are these hunters? Spoiler alert for non-game fans. The Hunters started off in Pittsburgh as just a group of people who wanted their freedom from Fedra. The Fireflies helped them make it happen until the Fireflies got pushed out of the city too. The people eventually started to hunt tourists and patrol towns and cities to take anything they wanted or needed to survive. Joel and Tommy were part of this group and did some pretty bad things with them. This affiliation lasted for some time until Tommy joined the Fireflies and Joel just decided to go off on his own. We believe these shots here are the first look at the Hunters, who we will see more of in the next episode or two as Ellie and Joel make their way out west. Now, back to the action sequence. So Bill is shooting at some intruders when we see some guy get pushed or thrown up against an electric fence before the promo cuts back to Bill with his rifle before we hear a gunshot and then see a very concerned Frank. The final shot of the sequence lets us know that things are bad.
Joel.
Wait until I find out how much Joel needs them. We believe this moment with Bill could be a flashback or it could happen in real time during the episode. It's tough to say. The next shot we get is our favorite new odd couple, and at this point we're going to stop looking for shot-by-shot comparisons between the game and the series. We know there's a ton. After that, we see a bunch of skeletons in the foreground while Joel and Ellie seem to be assessing the situation in the background. Is this the leftovers from Frank and Bill's party or something else? The next 4 shots are all repeats from the Weeks Ahead trailer with Bill busting through a fence with his truck, then Ellie toying with a stalker. At least we know these shots happen in episode 3, but we get no other info besides that. The trailer then cuts to black and fades back in for the last shot where Bill is assuring Joel.
We'll be fine.
Will they be though? As the title card smashes in, we're left wondering what will happen in this episode to make the reviewers hype it so hard. We think most of the episode will cover Bill and Frank's story and that the end will be heartbreaking, but what exactly goes down is a mystery to us. What do you think? Have you heard any spoilers? Now let's talk about a season 2 setup that we believe was made in the pilot episode. Early on after the time jump, we see Joel meet up with this old head. When Joel talks about going out west, the guy says something that we didn't really think about until our 3rd rewatch.
There are raiders, there are slavers.
He says slavers. If we're talking about slavers out west, then it seems the creators have already set up the seeds for the super tough gang, the Rattlers. The Rattlers are California-based, but a huge menace on the West Coast in general. They capture infected and use them as traps to capture people and make them slaves. Even though we didn't get to see them at the height of their glory, according to everything we know about them, their community was fierce and strong, at least until Ellie came along. Although it's early, we believe the creators are already sowing the seeds for our Season 2 Big Bad, unless they split the second game into 2 seasons. Like we said in our first video, we believe airborne spores will eventually become a danger in the Last of Us universe. Ellie even brought it up as a rumor in episode 2. We love the zombie Wi-Fi that the infected have going on in Boston, but a bloater throwing clouds of spores is going to be terrifying, especially when the Rattlers are using the zombies as weapons. We do also wonder about the time jump in the game. Will HBO wait an extended amount of time for Ellie's actor to age? Or will they just scrap the time jump to capitalize on the momentum of the show? We know Season 2 isn't guaranteed, but after HBO has had its biggest viewership rise ever from episode 1 to 2, Season 2 definitely appears to be in the cards. What do you think? Are the spores coming? Will Season 2 have the Rattlers, or will we have to wait until Season 3? Whatever it is, we just want to see Joel and Ellie argue their way through the apocalypse, and some zombie action, and that's enough for us. Thanks so much for watching our videos, everybody. As always, we're on the lookout for any new promo videos or insider interviews to help prove or disprove all the theories out there about our favorite show that's already running out of characters to kill, The Last of Us. Please let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok at Binge Rampage. Click that notifications bell for our channel so you can see our next video as soon as it comes out, and don't forget to subscribe.
We were gonna move Ellie out of the zone tonight. You're gonna do it.
We don't smuggle people. Sorry.
I can do it. Kim, you don't have a fucking ear on your fucking head, could you please?